Welcome to our microphones here. We had to put in a microphone because we never have guests in the studio, but this is a rare and valid exception. Mark Levin is here. How are you doing, sir?
How are you, brother?
We got a new Ditto Cam over there so that you are the primary focus of the Ditto Cam today.
Got a big canvas up here.
What are you what are you in town for? I know you didn't come down here to appear on this show to talk about your book.
No, not in the least. Of course I did. I'm also here for the Restoration Weekend, which is the conservative weekend, but fact of the matter is you invited me to come on your show, which
Absolutely.
I'm extremely thrilled about.
Well, did you see the debate last night?
I did.
You did? Anything that you saw that I haven't commented on?
I did. You have second-rate candidates, second-rate media, second-rate audience. It was pretty bad, I thought. Yeah.
Of all places to try to get an audience, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Who in Las Vegas would go watch a bunch of dry-ball Democrats debate? All right, Rescuing Sprite. I told people about this book a little over a week ago, and you have been talking about it on your own program, of course. You've guested on Sean's television show with Combs. Things that I told people about this book were the indescribable devotion that you had to this dog, to your pet, and to your family, and how the passing of this dog and the way it happened caused a degree of pain in you that I've never seen you express about anything else. I've always wanted to ask you, I was with you when you were writing this. Mm-hmm. What was your reaction, first off, when you heard about the Michael Vick story? Because that came within such close proximity to your dog's death and your writing of this book.
I was so disgusted because this guy has the whole world at his feet. You know, he's got all the money he wants. He's a tremendous athlete. He's got tremendous fans. And here he is, not just gambling, but he is involved in funding and transporting and torturing and murdering dogs. And as you know, I'm a big dog lover. You're a cat lover and a dog lover. And I was absolutely stunned by this. And first he lied about it, as most criminals do. But the way in which they did this, the way he tortured them, the way they were thrown to the ground, the way they were hung and electrocuted after they threw water on them and everything. The thing is that the dogs are supposed to and do bring out the best in human beings. They really do. Anybody who owns a dog or has owned a dog, or a cat for that matter.
Well, I wouldn't say that. They look like cats.
Well, your cat's like a dog.
On certain days.
Yeah. But does your cat bark?
No.
All right. But anyway, so the thing is, dogs are really innocent, fun-loving, joyful creatures, and I think God gives them to us to help bring out the best in us. And this guy uses his position to brutalize them and torture them and murder them. I have nothing but contempt for him.
By the way, I forgot, stupid of me, the title of your book is Rescuing Sprite, a dog lover's story of joy and anguish. And for those of you watching on the Ditto Cam, there it is. This book is selling so fast, folks are having trouble keeping it in the stores, but new supplies are, even as we speak, en route to bookstores around the country. This has been a little bit of a frustrating thing, because you and I talked about this.
Yeah.
It's a dog book, and you're a conservative writer, and that's what you're known as, a conservative thinker, policy guy, and the publisher says, okay, well, we'll maybe print 30,000 of these and see what happens. And I told you to tell them that they had no clue how big this was going to be. So how many they printed now?
Well, I think it was the retail outlets, because they wanted to get them to them, but we're on our 8th printing in 9 days.
Yeah.
350,000 copies.
Congratulations.
And, I got to tell your audience something. We're very, very close friends, and I was going through hell, and we instant message frequently. And the day I had to put down Sprite, our family did, I was instant messaging rush, and people need to know what a compassionate human being you are. And don't interrupt me and don't tell me don't. What a compassionate human being you are. They need to know that, here I am talking to you, We're two grown men, and I'm crushed, and I'm traumatized by the whole thing. And the advice you gave me, and you know, I was thinking about quitting this whole industry. I was thinking about quitting my legal practice, quitting radio, the whole thing, because I told you at the time, what the hell am I doing? Get behind a microphone and talk, or these legal cases. There are doctors and nurses and veterinarians out there saving and shelter folks, you know, saving lives and helping people. And you said to me, look, we all have our roles. And you reminded me of that vet that you met at the National Review 50th anniversary. You remember that?
The veteran, yeah.
And he said to you, we all have our roles, Rush. And he didn't have an arm and he didn't have an eye. And you also said to me, you don't realize how many people you help, family, friends, strangers. And but you were just so compassionate and helpful. And you also relayed to me the passing of your cat. And what happened over that weekend when she had a stroke, as I recall.
Yeah, I surprised me. I cried over the death of that little cat. It's 5 years old. You're right, essence of innocence. As this one had such a great little personality, and she was a fighter. Sprite was a fighter too. That's one of the things you mean when you say they bring out the best in us. This little cat, we had to give her Valium one day, just to keep her quiet. She fought that. Mm-hmm. And I know that Sprite fought it. You know, the thing that I told you during all this is that you need to find the positives. You got a lot of joy, a lot of love, a lot of enjoyment. And look at the life you gave the dog. Tell them, let me set it up. You'd like to take rides in Virginia. You like to drive around. Yeah. You got a new house. The transition to the new house, even though you love the house, was tough on your wife and kids. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Sprite comes into your life. How'd that happen?
Well, my wife Kendall, my kids, Lauren and Chase, and you know them, and they were very persistent on bringing another dog into the family. We have one already named Pepsi. Yeah, you can see the pattern, all the soda dogs. But anyway, I resisted it. I objected to it because I didn't want to create a problem for our other dog. But my wife insisted, and they found him on the internet, and he was a shelter dog. And we went over to Maryland, and we brought him home. And this dog, when I saw him, these pictures don't do him justice, was the most magnificent dog I'd ever seen. And, you know, I do my radio show when it's done, broadcast live, and it ends at 8 p.m. Eastern. So the family's already eaten. They're gone, you know, whatever they're doing. So I eat dinner with my dogs. I talk to them. They bark at me. We take long, long walks. I broadcast from my home. The dogs sit with me. If they're not barking at people out the back, every now and then you'll pick it up on the microphone. So they're my buddies. I am very, very close to them. But I also want people to know that I had my own health problems, and Sprite had a number of health problems. And I think that his health problems, because he fought through them and so forth, and he was still teaching me lessons about life and so forth, I had never come to grips with the heart attack I had in 2000 and all the complications from that and so forth.
What, in denial?
I just never really, probably. You know, you compartmentalize these things so you can go on. And I'm watching this dog, one debilitating illness after another, and he's happy, give him a treat, just bringing out the best in us. And I also want your audience to know that when I had these complications with my heart, after the bypass surgery, we were talking one day when you could hear, and you said, and I said, I'm still having chest pains. And you said, well, what the hell's wrong with you? Go get them taken care of. I said, well, I need to go to the Cleveland Clinic, and I don't know if I can afford. I don't know if my insurance covers the Cleveland Clinic. And you said, the hell with the insurance. I'll pay for it. Now, luckily, the insurance covered it. But I want people to know this because you take such a bum rap. And you take a bum rap because you're at the point of the conservative movement. You are Mr. Conservative today. They view us all this way. They view us all as hateful monsters, and they define compassion through government, through socialism, through appeasement. And the fact of the matter is, that's not what compassion is. Compassion is helping a friend, a family member, another, even a stranger. It's not government, and it's not liberalism.
Got to take a quick time out.